is VRN, your trusted leader in e-motorsports.
All right, welcome back, Vigilante Nation. Tonight, we leave the wide-open Midwest behind as the VRL Premiere season trades Iowa for Richmond Raceway, tightening the battlefield to 3/4 of a mile and turning up the intensity for round 5. This place is a short track pressure cooker, 2 grooves, abrasive pavement, and a rhythm that rewards smooth and exposes the impatient. My name is Alan Vaught, and this is the Vigilante Racing Network coming to you live from Richmond, Virginia. Virtual, of course, a track where tire wear becomes strategy, restarts become chaos, and every lap feels like a negotiation with the driver beside you. The storylines that began in Iowa don't disappear. They compress, sharpen, and collide under the lights here tonight. So settle in, America. Richmond is where tempers flare, momentum swings, and championship hopes get tested in close quarters. As round 5 unfolds, contenders look to rise to the top. Rivals look to settle some scores, and this track stands ready to turn impatience into victory or frustration into fireworks. And with that, folks, we're going to get you right straight to the session details because we're going to go racing in about 30 seconds. So tonight, 185 virtual laps. That's 139 miles. Fuel capacity set to 60%. Tires, they have 2 extra sets over the wall. There are no fast repairs, and they are set to an incident limit of 33 and 6. As always, iRacing controls the wave arounds, the cautions, and lucky dogs. Championship points are as seen on your screen here, 1 through 5. Dylan Bryant right now your current championship leader. And we're going to get you kicked over here as these guys are gridding up right now. Here we go, folks. We're going to do 2 pace laps, and then we're getting right to the action. I'm glad you guys are here tonight. Thank you for tuning in each and every Wednesday and Friday night. We are live here at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, helps us highlight these drivers who put a lot of work and effort into this each and every week.
Austin Facet.
Let's get you some additional information here. Take a look here. Tonight, we got 75 is the ambient air temperature, 44% humidity. It is cloudy out there and a light breeze at 4 miles per hour. The track temps right now around 80 degrees, so not much hotter than the air temp. Actually, it's sitting at 76, so it's cooled off since they went through practice. You see them pulling off pit lane right here. Tonight's grid, Dylan Bryant took the top spot. Brian Rose second, Jacob Alicia third. Jason Gaines, 4th. Trevor Robertson, 5th. Greg Klein, 6th. 7th. Jack Dixon, 8th. Andrew Player, Chris Goins 9th, Dustin Eaton 10th, Kyle Vaught 11th, Russ Kilgore 12th, 13th, Scott Roney 14th, George Rincon 15th, Andrew Cawthon, Timmy McAdam in 16th, 17th, Gordon Spain, 18th, John Shanebuckler, 19th, Mike Adamson, Austin Fassett 20th, 21st, Deion Jones, 22nd, Scott Milner, 23rd, Michael Brooks, 24th, Craig Goodenough, I lost my track there. 25th, rather, Stoney Benfield. 26th, Jonathan Osborne. 27th, Dave Mayberry. 28th, John McAdam. 29th, Greg Dobson. 30th, Kevin Hunt. And rounding out your field in 31st is John Gallagher.
Thank you, Lord.
As we're coming around down the backstretch right now, when they come out of turns 3 and 4, we're going to get underway, folks. 185 laps. I'm here for it. I hope you are too. You're going to see this pace truck pull off right there. There's the flag man. He's going to start this race. After that, any restarts are going to be on leader.
Green flag, green flag.
And there we go. We are underway here at Richmond Raceway. Dylan Bryant gets a great jump on the field there. Fights for second between Alicia and Rose. Dylan Bryant's super fast. I saw him in practice. As you see, field trying to sort itself out there in the back. Rewide going into the turn here. 13, 14. That's Eaton and Player. Look like Jack Dixon at 48 on the inside. Chris Goins into 1, looking to put his hat into the ring for this position as well. It's a dogfight for right around 7th, and caution is already out. 3 laps into this event, folks. All right, we're going to get back here and show you, figure out what happened here. Yellow flag come out. Here's Stoney Benfield talking to someone, so he may have been part of this. Nothing's popped up here on my overlay, so give me 1 second. I will find this for you. Let me get a look here.
Checking out turn 3.
Stoney Benfield's here in the green 75. Okay, this is what we got going on here. So this is what happened. Looks like the 89 machine. I tell you what, I don't know. Maybe my need to update the paints because I don't think these guys are running these paints. Yeah, it looks like he went a little higher there to miss Austin Fassett in the 30, and you got a piece of Craig Goodenough there in the 89 machine. There's your first caution, folks. And you have to pardon me real quick. I am going to... Yep, sure enough. Nothing's been going on with the trading paints here lately. It has not been loading properly. So if you see cars on your screen go grayed out, that's because it's updating their trading paints. I apologize for that. Don't know why that's been happening here lately. And you see them graying out now. So here we go. Get these sponsors their screen time as they deserve. They're still while they're still updating here. That'll run in the background. Let's talk about onboard cameras tonight. So we have the 023 of Scott Roney, the 085 of Greg Dobson, the 29 of Dave Mayberry, and the 16 of Kyle Vaught. So you will see onboard perspectives for those guys here tonight. And we thank them for giving us those camera views. So let's take a look. I didn't see, in fact, no one other than the about 24th on back. So Andrew Cawthon looks like he did not. Craig Goodenough, nope. I'm looking to see who went on pit lane. Looks like Andrew Cawthon, Mike Adamson, Deion Jones. That's 24th, 25th, 26th. So towards the back, we had a few takers go down to try to get on a different strategy on their fuel. We should be one to go here. As you see, the lights go out on top of that pace truck. Now, for the restarts, on the start of the race, the flag man started it. For the restarts, though, the leader, which in this case will be the 51 of Dylan Bryant, controls the restart. He gets to launch within the restart zone at any point. So it's a little bit of an advantage to the leader. And should he not relaunch before the end of the restart zone, then everyone else can go at that point. But they cannot relaunch before him within the restart zone. So as we're making our way down to turns 3 and 4, Pace Truck's going to pull off here, handing control of this race over to Dylan Bryant.
Green, green, green.
There he goes. It's a great launch there over Alicia and Brian Rose. It's like Alicia might be able to get, he's underneath Rose there. But can he drive off? Rose is going to have momentum on the outside, get a little bit of scrape on the wall.
434, starting, black flag, penalty.
See which one of these guys is going to prevail here for second place. This is exactly what the 51 wants to see. If the more they race, the better he's able just to drive away in clean air. Now, I think the 31 there could have continued to contest that position, but his racecraft dictated, hey, man, it's probably better if I slide in behind Rose here, and let's catch up to the leader and be in position to maybe battle that out once we get to have an opportunity. And he also has these other hungry hounds right behind him, Jason Gaines and Trevor Robertson, closing in on him. So to protect his current position, which is third, and have a better opportunity to get there to the front, it looked like to me like he chose to slide in behind the 89. Oh, we see that Trevor Robertson blinking a little bit. Hopefully that does not continue throughout the night. We see Jason Gaines take over that fourth spot outright. Dix is trying to come back on his inside, not able to get there. The always present in danger, Greg Klein right behind him in that 92 machine. Greg actually is one of our 3 premier sponsors here in the Vigilante Racing League, the owner of GC Cruise Lines. For GC Cruise Lines and Travel, your stress-free getaway to a great vacation, whether you're dreaming of a cruise, an all-inclusive escape, or a once-in-a-lifetime adventure, GC Cruise Travel handles the planning, finds the best value, and takes care of every detail so you can simply relax and enjoy the journey. If you're interested in this, get in touch with Greg via his contact information seen on your screen. And we thank Greg and our other sponsors for being here this season and sponsoring both of the series here in Vigilante Racing League. So let's talk about points a little bit here, folks. I mentioned that the points leader is Dylan Bryant. In second place is America's driver, Albert Anderson. Now, unfortunately, Albert is not on track tonight. We received word earlier today that he experienced some medical issues today, and he's not feeling well. And Lori and I just want to shout him out and his family, who's always here and supports the league and supports their driver. Tremendous people who are always involved with us. We are thinking about them and Albert, and hopefully he gets well soon and gets back out here on the track. All right, folks, back up to the front. Nothing's changed. The 51 has the lead. Brian Rose is in second. And we'll just go ahead and continue to run through the field now. It seems like we kind of got an opportunity here. Here's second place. Got Brian Rose out of Bristol, Tennessee now for Track Bar Media Digital Marketing. That 98 machine. In the 31 is Jacob Alicia, Indianapolis, running third. Trevor Robertson of McCrory, Arkansas, running fourth, up one spot from where he started. Your top 3 are riding right where they began the race, by the way. Jason Gaines, Asheboro, North Carolina, he is holding down that 5th spot in the Klein Tools 83. Greg Klein, we mentioned, out of Wauwassa, Oklahoma, holding down 6th. Here's Jack Dixon, one of 2 Canadian drivers in the series here tonight. Our brothers to the north there, out of Mitchell, Ontario, Canada, running 7th. Andy Player riding in the 8th position in that McConey setup shot machine. I do like the dark version of that, by the way, Andy, when you see this. I really like that, actually. Dustin Eaton in the singular wireless machine, he's riding in 9th, but being hounded at the moment by Dude Whites. I want to say that's the mint version. Chris Gomes out of Charlotte, North Carolina. That's 10th position. Russ Kilgore always running his favorite Seahawks scheme here. Number 2 machine out of Yorkville, Illinois. Rides 11th. Kyle Vaught, what makes you want to have a cheer wine there, buddy? And the 16, he is in 12th. Holding down, he started in 11th, so he's right there where he started the race. Looking good here so far. Got Ronnie out of Salt Lake City, Utah. In that Fireball Chevrolet. Holding down 13th. George Rincon, racing out of Cumming, Georgia. 14th. 15th, Timmy McAdam out of DeShore, Pennsylvania. Freightliner 47, John McAdam. He is riding in 16th right now. Here's Craig Good Enough with a proper paint there. That Rampage 89 out of Helper, Utah. He's riding 17th. John Shanebacher of Louisville, Kentucky. He's 18th. Tony Benfield in the 75 811 out of Albemarle, North Carolina. Riding 19th. And caution is out on the track, folks. Looks like it's going to involve Austin Fassett and John Gallagher. We can get a quick look. Second caution of the night here at lap 24. Here's Austin in the 30. There's Gallagher at 123. Trying to see who comes up, who goes down maybe. Austin's kind of got his right tires right there on that line. 123 just fades up a bit. Too early. Probably looking, he's clearly looking like he's faster. Maybe he's on newer tires. I could see him. Looks like they are been riding there for a minute. Goes high. Really gets some momentum off the top line here. I'm fast forwarding, by the way. He's not running that fast. Does it again here. Maybe Austin slips a little bit. That's an opportunity here for John. Get around him. Looks like he fades up a bit. And then, yeah, they both get into the wall here. That's unfortunate for both of them. No one else was involved. You're looking off the roof cam of the 123 as he safely gets to the bottom of the track. And moves on. Okay, so that's the cause of our second caution, folks. Right now, let's take a look. New leader, Jacob Alicia, because 51 went down pit lane. He's now in 10th. So Dylan Bryant went down pit lane here at lap 24, along with everyone else from 10th on back. So different strategies are going to start playing out here. Positions 1 through 9, Alicia, Robertson, Gaines, Klein, Kilgore, Roney, McAdams, Spain, and Osborne. They all stayed out here at the lap 24 caution with Dylan Bryant and back all hitting pit lane. I'm looking right now, and it doesn't look like anyone took tires, with maybe the possible exception of Deion Jones in 25th. And maybe a couple others back there, but it looks like maybe Deion for sure. He's at about the right time there on pit lane. So for this restart, we're getting double file here. Jacob Alicia is your leader, so he will control the restart. And as I mentioned, the top 9 already, but I'll go ahead and mention the second is Trevor Robertson there on the outside. We're heading down the backstretch here. Thank you guys for tuning in here tonight. Like I mentioned a little earlier, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. Really helps us out a lot. We're doing really well on the channel, and that's thanks to you. Here's a restart zone in orange. Oh, he launches a little bit late in the zone, trying to catch Trevor off guard. Does a good job, too. 31 is out to the point with Trevor Robertson and Gaines fighting it out for second place.
I can second that. It's kind of probably.
Dixon's got a good run on the outside. Turned up in the second lane. He's clear at the moment.
second.
Trying to make sure he gets fully cleared, and he is now, with 83 settling into third place and Greg Klein fourth. Scott Roney rounding out your top 5 in the 023 machine. Look around for the excitement here while I take a look at the chat. It kind of came in pretty quick tonight, so let me also mention we do invite you to join us in the conversation, please, in the live chat this evening. We will feature selected comments on the air, provided they are safe for work and reflect the level of sportsmanship we expect from our community. And with that, let's see who's out there already. See, Earl Evans out there early saying, all right, let's go, VR fans, let's make some noise. Indeed, and we really appreciate your support, Earl, every week, twice a week even. I think you're in here for all the races for the most part. He's in there saying hello to Lori. I see Tim McAdam in there as well saying hello to Lori. And everybody, good luck tonight. Lori's telling everybody. So Lori had some, if you've been watching the channel for a while, Lori had a surgery recently, man. And it's just, any surgery is tough. I don't care how, if they tell you it's minor, probably not. If they tell you it's, it all depends on the person. And she has done a tremendous job. And we see an accident happening right in front of us there. Involving the 13. Wow. Blocking the backfield. Anyway, Lori is doing much better if everybody who's out there been listening. And she is almost fully back. Definitely in the chat. Let's go back and pick apart this accident. We saw somebody go straight into the wall. And I have nothing but a screen of red here on my overlay showing everyone involved. Incredible. You're looking at Brian Rose, Dustin Eaton, Tim McAdam, Jonathan Osborne, rather. Andy Player, Rincon, Shane Blocker, Benfield, Cawthon, Dobson, Milner, Mayberry, Brooks, Fassett, Hunt, and Jones. That's a lot of trucks as you saw on your screen. Let's go back and see how this started to unfold. We're looking at Brian Rose. This may or may not have been where it started. And it was. It looks like as they're running about, let's see, about 10th and 11th here is what we're running. See the 89's on that bottom. 13's holding him tight, trying to drag him back with maybe a little bit of side draft. And they touch, and once you touch in that position, this is what you can expect to unfold. 13 hits the wall hard. 98 rather goes around. 14 gets clipped. 16 gets a piece of it right there. I didn't mention his name, but we went through, looks like kind of clean. And now we got full-on roadblock on the backstretch. Go back and watch this in real time. Just a slight. Oh yeah, 16 actually got a pretty good lick on the 13 there. See him listed in all the folks involved. So even some other drivers got a piece of this action. We have some guy. Yeah, you can see the 16 truck here of Kyle Vaught. Reporting some nose damage. See if he heads down pit lane to get some of that taken care of. Kyle races. His teammate is Trevor Robertson. They're racing with Shocker Graphics. He didn't go down pit lane, so let me get a quick word with Kyle. Hey, Kyle Vaught's out in the booth, buddy. You got me.
What's happening?
Hey, man. So I saw you get a piece of that accident. That accident. I think you hit the 13 pretty good. You got a little pushed in nose, but not too terrible. How's your steering?
It feels right now. It feels okay, but we're just going 50, you know. So, yeah. I mean, I hate that I hit them there. They were right in front of me. There's nothing I can do. It was only 2 minutes of damage, so luckily with the way it's going with all these cautions, I was only able to knock off 20 seconds that pit stop. So let's see how it feels going into turn 1 here in real time.
Yeah, we're back on the green, folks. Jacob Alicia is your leader. Trevor Robertson second. Jason Gaines third. And we're riding on board with Kyle Vaught here in 20th.
I'll be completely honest. It actually feels a little bit more stable. No, I just said it way too hard in that. But it feels it actually feels pretty darn good. This is weird. But it happens sometimes, you know. You'll see, even in real life, you'll see people will get some damage and it holds them down a little more. So I don't know if that's what it's doing. What? But I don't know. This isn't a track that I'm fantastic at. So I'm just trying to see the end of the race at this point.
Well, you had a good qualifying effort. I want to say about 11th. So you're certainly pretty fast here.
So,
and the good news is, even with a little bit of kind of cosmetic damage, as long as your wheel feels pretty in your hand, you're probably okay.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. Definitely okay. As I just turned a little bit off the wall, it was a little, I don't know, it's hard to say. I'm just trying to get to the end of the race, get back to the top. Feels like if you could stay on top, it's a lot harder for people to pass you on the inside. As you can see, some people like to stay up in that second lane. I feel like you have more exit speed, but that's where I'm hurting, man. I don't know when the hell to throttle up. Get out of the turns. So, it feels up real loose.
And it's going to feel different, maybe a little bit different now. Sporting a little bit of damage, but hey, man, you're holding your own rear in 21st. Good luck the rest of the way, and thanks for talking to me.
Hey, thanks, Bob. Hope it's a fun race for everybody.
All right, man. Well, me and your mom love you, by the way, if I didn't mention it already, and we'll talk to you soon.
Love you too, big guy.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, folks, if you didn't figure out from the name, that is my son, Kyle, out there on the track. Family affair here, not just with blood relatives, but really this whole league is our family. Ask Lori. He loves them all. Yeah, he's probably feeling a little bit of the effects, but honestly, not too bad considering he had a pretty hard hit there. Back up front, Jacob Alicia holding down that top spot, but Trevor Robertson looking pretty sporty there in that 6 machine. Trying to track him down. Jason Gaines is in 3rd. Greg Klein there in 4th. Let's see where your previous leader, Dylan Bryant, he was the first truck to hit pit lane there at lap 24, relinquishing the lead over to the 31. And he is back here right now in 8th. So he's made some progress, but he is not the first truck on his strategy. This man is. Dude White's extraordinaire, Mr. Chris Gomes, out of the Track Bar Media stable. He also races with us out of Charlotte, North Carolina. He's up 3 spots from where he began tonight's race, and he started in 9th, now in 6th. So we'll see if 24, he didn't take tires, so that's another thing too. Just remember, they did pit. They took fuel. However, they did not take any tires. So they're not going to be tremendously fast or anything. They're just trying to get on a different cycle, if you will, different strategy that may benefit them towards the end of this race.
Thank you.
46 laps complete. Don't think I mentioned it already, but the pit window under green should be about 59 laps. We're at 46 now. Your leaders, or your top cars or trucks right now, Trevor Robertson just took over the lead, by the way. We'll go back and see how that went down. But from your top 5 here, Robertson, Alicia, Gaines, Klein, and Spain have not been to pit lane. So we should see them probably another 10 laps or so. Everyone's fighting back, trying to fight back there. From 2nd to take over that top spot again. Go back and take a look how Robertson was able to grab the lead. He may not hold on to it very long, as the 31 is definitely trying to take it back. Here we go. Looks like you got a really good run out of 3 and 4. That is the 6 machine. The 31 might have had a little problem, a little bobble. Good run down into turn 1. A little bit of a slide job there. Is able to get the drive off. 31 tries to fight back. 6 goes high. Trying to sustain his momentum off the turn. Takes over the top spot. And he still has it right now, but 31 is not going away, as you see 13 holding down low on the track. I think he's hitting pit lane, actually. See who else is. Nobody else is on the lane right now. We're going to run through the field here as they're currently running. We should expect some stops here in a moment from these leaders. See Jason Gaines right here. The 83 holding down third. Greg Klein fourth with Spain and Gomes. Gomes trying to pass Gordon Spain in that 38 for the 5th position. So here's a good battle right now. Be pretty tough. These guys are on the same tires as I mentioned before, and the longer they go into the run, as the tires age, the harder it is going to be able to make that pass on the bottom. He's going to have to maybe, oh, you see the 47. That's John McAdam. He gets a little out of shape and brushes the wall, but to conclude my statement, it gets harder if you can't crack out to the wall to make that pass as these tires start to give up on the drivers. And right here, we're watching Dylan Bryant try to get around the outside of that 47. Just going to keep tracking through the field, and we're going to stop as we see these battles going on. '51 gets on around here, so going to relegate John McAdam to the 9th position. Then we got the 88 machine up 9 spots so far. Mike Adams out of Sanford, Florida. Phoenix Racing holding down that 10th spot. Scott Roney, Salt Lake City, Utah's own. Scott also gives us like an overhead shot of what he sees on his screen when he's racing. Give you a peek at that. He always looks super intense. He changes out the ambience behind him frequently for us. And what I mean by that is the lighting. Sometimes he has blue, sometimes he has red. I've been trying to figure, hey, does that kind of correspond to his mood for the night? I don't think it does. I think he just likes to switch it up. All right, in 12th position, we got Russ Kilgore, right where he qualified as well. And you got a 3-way battle right behind him with Timmy McAdams, Stoney Benfield. Timmy McAdams at 27 on the outside. Stoney's right in 75. Looks like it's going to wrap up here as the 27 makes around the outside. As well as Andrew Cawthon looking to secure that spot from the 75 and take over 14th. A little bit of a slide there. It's like he's going to have it. Next up, Dustin Eaton in the 14 out of Temple, Texas.
We're good, buddy. It might slide.
Running 16th. Jack Dixon. John Shanebacher here, the 48 and the 12 respectively. Battling out for 18th. Shanebacher, he saw that the 48 kind of scraped the wall there. He makes a little bit of evasive action to the inside. All the while, Dave Mabry just secured that spot, went right around him. Dave giving us onboard action here tonight too, as always in his 3-screen setup. Looking uber focused tonight. Dave is up 10 positions from where he began the night in 27. And here's that great looking number 4, the green Mountain Dew machine, Lori's favorite paint scheme on the track, of Deion Jones running in 20th. Being followed closely by George Rincon at 28. And then we have Greg Dobson racing out of Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. And as I mentioned, that caution is out. But I want to show that we see the 92 involved. That's not good. And Greg also has an onboard camera for us as well. And sporting the VRL hat gear there, folks. The merch. Appreciate you there, Greg. We're going to go back and find out what happened. Yeah, an accident. We saw the 92 of Greg Klein was definitely involved. find out who else.
Alright, George, that's dangerous.
Like Greg Klein, maybe John Shanebacher, or excuse me, Gallagher. So it wasn't Shanebacher, folks. John Gallagher and Greg Klein definitely involved in this incident. Let's go back and take a look. As you see them going down pit lane here. 123 is on the inside. 88 goes around, 92 is going around. To get a better look at that from the back. Yeah, Shane Bacher just misjudges it. I mean, he thought he was going to slot in behind 92. This is on the backstretch coming out of 2. Nobody else involved, just these 2 drivers. We go back live. Here we go. All right, we had some guys go down pit lane here. Dylan Bryant has stayed out. Nope, as I was. I take that back. He did hit pit lane. Did not take tires, but he went in here at lap 63 on that caution. As did everyone back as I'm looking at it, all the way through 17th so far. 18th, pretty much everyone went in here. And we have a mixed bag throughout the field. Second place, Trevor Robertson and Alicia, they took tires. 5th and 6th, that's Gaines and Gomes, they took tires. Then you got 8th and 9th, Bain and Goodenough, they took tires. And it kind of goes in that scheme. There's a few people probably easier to see. Dobson didn't. This looks like Mayberry did not. Hawthorne didn't. And your leader, Bryant. So this could make for some interesting racing here, folks. Comers and goers. These guys are going to have to be mindful in this restart that even the leader may spin his tires compared to those drivers with new fresh rubber. Go down the backstretch for the final time before we see the green again.
All right, guys, we're clearly going to have some tire differences here.
Agreed. Be patient, guys.
Tonight's race proudly brought to you by Trackside Graphics. If you're looking for top-tier design work or need a custom livery that turns heads on track, get in touch with Austin via his information seen on your screen. And here we go, folks. Back underway. 51 gets a good launch. The battle's on for second. 31 does have fresh rubber and the 6. Now, both of these drivers are probably going to overtake the 51 pretty quick. Look how much the new tires matter. They are just leaving the 51 like he's standing still at the moment. So he's all into 3rd place before they even get a full lap completed. And Jason Gaines looking to go around as well and take over that 3rd spot. So you're going to see all the drivers who did not take tires are going to fade. But that could come into play at the end of this race. If these guys can hang on and keep some of their track position, they are going to be in a great spot should there be a late caution in this race. They can bolt on fresh rubber and do exactly what you saw those other drivers do, drive right past the field. We're going to jump out back here, actually. Andy Player may be out of the race. No, he's not. He's still out here. Running in 30th. But John Gallagher is still in pit lane with a meatball. So John has some engine damage. He's not going to be able to continue racing. But let's run through the field from the rear, folks. Here is your 30th place. Brooke. Andy Player. And then you go the other direction here. Kevin Hunt out of Danville, Virginia. That 434 is running 29th. Jonathan Osborne. Haven't talked much about Jonathan tonight out of Woodbury, New Jersey. He's holding down that 28th spot. Austin Fassett running 27th. Greg Dobson running 26th. Michael Brooks into 74. It's a little bit kind of washed out a bit. Oh, got a caution here involving the 48, Jack Dixon. maybe the 81 as well. Let's take a look.
Yeah, it's all good. I thought
Yeah,
you guys
Jack
were
Dixon
gonna
for
split
sure.
me there, and I tried to stay in the middle.
Sounds like Dixon. This might be something of his own making. Let's find out. Here's Jack.
Yeah, coming out of that particular.
Coming across, start finish, going into 2.
Send you all over the place. Sorry about that.
This gets a little bobble.
There's not much you can do there.
Jack is. Oh. Yeah, he started to slide just a little bit, causing him to slow as the 4 is there, touches him. 92 gets a piece of that one too. That locks it down, so pretty good on limiting any of the damage that he's going to incur there. Let's see, you got from 18th on back, these guys are on pit lane, so Rose, Dixon, Vaught, Adamson, Cawthon, Milner, Brooks, Dobson, Klein. You got Fassett's back out there. Osborne's back out. Kevin Hunt's on pit lane. But basically, first through 17th, Deion Jones stayed out. Here's the first truck who went down pit lane here at lap 73. That's Mike Adamson. All right, folks. Tonight's broadcast is also powered by Wade's Pressure Washing. Family-owned Cincinnati staple, keeping homes, patios, pool decks, and driveways looking their absolute best. If your place needs a fresh shine, Wade's has the equipment, the expertise, and the hometown care to make it happen. Get in touch with Dustin at the information on your screen, and he will get you hooked up. And we appreciate him coming on board this season for both the Premiere and the Vanquish Series. So, folks, if you're not normally a viewer of this channel, this is the Premiere Series for VRL, and it features the Craftsman trucks. Now on Friday nights, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern, we have our VRL Vanquish ARCA series, and that's always a lot of fun to watch as well. These cars drive dramatically different, and we do have some cross-pollination as far as drivers between the two series, but we feature drivers in each that don't appear in the other. So if you're looking also for a well-run and fair league, get in touch with Lori, and she will hook you up. And I'll put that information on your screen here in just a moment as soon as I find it. There you go, folks. Get in touch with her via the Facebook and the Discord for either of the series. Here we go. We're back underway. Everyone gets a pretty good jump there. Looks like Jason Gaines is going to be able to maybe take the top spot there. He's trying. Six fights back on the outside. They dive it down into 3. All these guys are on the same tires pretty much. And Craig Goodenough coming into the picture as well in the 89. That outside line is just holding the momentum as the 6 powers by the 83 on the outside. Should be able to secure that spot right here. And does. A little further back in a battle between the 2 and the 47. That's John McAdam and Russ Kilgore. See which lane prevails in this instance as well. Coming to 80 laps complete. Or actually, we're going to start lap 80 here in just a moment. Who gets right up against that wall. And now we've kind of straightened it out. Take a look on the chat here. Boys going back and forth with Earl talking about, yeah, that Albert Anderson not feeling well, not here tonight. Of course. Boys telling everybody she's feeling better. Got her stitches out today. She did indeed. Doctor cleared her, folks. If I mentioned earlier, feeling much better. And we thank you for all the well wishes that came into her. Lori's saying out there she loves Albert and hopes he's feeling well. She's also talking to Ralph. I think Ralph is got the handle there, wheeling with Jesus. Hello, Ralph. That father out there pulling for the 14 machine. That's Dustin Eaton. Let's see where he's running at the moment. I'm looking here. It looks like Dustin is in the 12th position right here, battling maybe with Scott Roney. Got trying to get up underneath him here. Lori's asking viewers, how do you feel about Richmond? Indeed, do you like this track? Do you like watching it in real life? Any of you iRacers out there, do you like racing it in sim? I mean, I really enjoy this track. A lot of fun. It can be aggravating as well because as you see here, drivers are holding that top momentum line. It makes it so hard to make a pass. Clean one at least. Taylor Provak's out there saying, great night for VRL Racing, pulling for the 16 of Kyle Vaught. Welcome, Taylor. Great to see you. Kyle's running in 20th right now. See if you got some of that damage fixed up. I still got a bloody nose, but hanging in there. That cheer wide number 16. Taylor also saying hello. Loves Alan and Lori. We love you too. Glad to see you. Got Ralph out there saying he loves watching racing. Hey, man, we love to have you. Glad you are here. Tell your friends, check out these guys. They race every week, which Lori maintains it very strictly. So, I mean, there's consequences for just reckless, outright wrecking each other. So, the racecraft is high here in VRL. If we're watching this battle right now, we're third between Jason Gaines in the 89, Craig Goodenough. Craig gets loose off the corner here. Yeah, Chris Gomes looking on, watching, and trying to figure out which lane he wants to take. Oh, a little bit of contact here as they're going into turns 1 and 2. 89 turns down. Oh, gets loose off the corner. It's going to allow some momentum back for the 83. Is it going to be enough, though? These guys both went down pit lane at lap 63, so they're pretty even on their tires. I'm gonna try to go back to through the field again. I'm gonna start with at the rear once again. We're gonna go to the. I think this is the last car on the lead lap. Let me take a look. Is this right? Everyone is on working lap 88. Yeah. We'll start with Jack Dixon here. He's running 24th. A little bit of trouble earlier as we saw. Scott Milner is holding down 23rd in that Reese's number 19 machine. Here's kind of the ghosted outlook of the 74. Michael Brooks running 21st. He is battling right here with this man, Dave Mayberry, running a Bumstead's paint livery here. If we get a look at that while we're sitting. Gonna go on board his nose cam. That's the one I'm going to use here to give you guys a look at Dave's paint scheme. Hope I don't make you dizzy here. I think this is a local place that Dave frequents out in Arizona. So if anybody's watching out there at Bumstead's, thank you for being here and racing with us. Is your driver right now holds down the 23rd spot. Kyle Vaught, even with his damage, he's hanging on to 20th. Brian Rose just in front of him. We saw Brian up front. He actually qualified second. Right now running in the 19th position. 93 laps complete, folks. Here's Dylan Bryant running 18th. Now, we noted that he did not take tires, so he's playing a strategy, that is, Dylan is, to make sure he has tires at the end of this race. He's probably anticipating there's going to be maybe some carnage towards the end. Now, I'll tell you, this place is interesting in that you can have a very messy race, but then there's other times like we're seeing right now where they get a little bit of a spread and this thing goes green the rest of the way. So it's a gamble. Dylan Bryant is here to play. We jump up here to 17th, and Deion Jones out of Diamondale, Michigan. Up 4 spots so far tonight. Dustin Eaton. Got a shortened up truck right now on both ends, looks like. Yeah, both corners of his truck right now. I know he's got a fan out there in the chat. Both corners of the truck, though, looking a little worse for the wear, but the spoiler is pretty straight. Might be okay for the moment. Hold down 16th. George Rincon up in front of him here in 15th. George making his way about to where he started the race in 14th and looking for more after that. He's trying to battle with Timmy McAdam here in the 27 out of DeShore, Pennsylvania. Timmy's up 2 spots right now as he's trying to work over the 10. Andrew Cawthon out of Bartow, Florida. Lost a little bit of momentum there. It's going to allow the 28 to be able to get back to his door. But he does maintain that outside momentum. He's going to hang on to the spot. Up next in 12th, and maybe a 3 wide here. You got John Shanebacher watching a 3 wide right in front. They bounce off the wall, and it is Scott Roney. And maybe like Adamson there. So Scott's in 11th. And here's Mike in 10th. But they got it worked out for the moment. Next up, Stoney Benfield in the 75. He's up 16 spots right now in the 9th position. And even more spots here for John McAdam. He's up 20 positions. Rides in 8th right now. Gordon Spain, the 38 machine, out of Fredericksburg, Virginia. He's running 7th. Russ Kilgore in 6th. He's up 6 spots. Jason Gaines in 5th. We've been in the top 5 all night. And we got Chris Goins at number 1, Dude Wipes machine. He's in 4th, up 5 spots. Craig Goodenough. I'm looking. He is your biggest mover of the night right now with 21 spots. Running in 3rd and looking for more maybe as he's trying to close in there on Trevor Robertson holding down 2nd. And of course your leader Jacob Elisha at the moment. These drivers are right on top of each other. See Lori in the chat giving a shout out to Bumsteads. Everybody for tuning in, indeed. Earl Evans, apparently Bumsteads is a restaurant that does karaoke in Tucson, Arizona. Karaoke's always fun if you find the right place. I know I talked to Dave a couple times. It's one of his favorite spots, so obviously they must be doing it right. '89's looking to get it underneath him here, underneath the 6th of Robertson, rather. Don't know if I mentioned it. Let's talk about, you did have some drivers who started at the rear of the field tonight with penalties, and we got into the action pretty quick. I didn't let you know who that was. I'll tell you now. So we had the 81 that started at the rear of the field. That's Jonathan Osborne, 75 machine. Also of Stoney Benfield, the 29 Dave Mayberry, the 434 of Kevin Hunt. Craig Goodenough, he's up to 2nd now, as you're watching right now on your screen as he takes over that spot. He had a penalty tonight as well, so tremendous run right now by Craig Goodenough in that 89. And then the 123 of John Gallagher. So those were the penalties coming in tonight. They started at the rear of the field. Put them at a deficit, but I think Craig Goodenough said, hold my beer. He's all the way up here to 2nd place right now. You see him just wheeling that machine out of turn 2 sideways and still gaining on Jacob Elisha for that top spot.
My damage is getting worse and slowing down more.
See if we can get a look at the gap here.
My bad, I was
About a half-second gap comes down. You see Craig Goodenough's in the middle with no time given there. That's because he is the index card that we're looking at. He's brought it down from half a second to 0.4243. Goes up here. He's running kind of a high line. Oh, you got Gomes trying to get in there. We got another contender up here. Gomes has taken over the third spot from Trevor Robertson. Both second and third are catching your leader.
Thanks, Jack.
109 laps complete. Let's see if we can gain some insight into pit strategy. So they were last on, these leaders, pretty much most of the field were last on pit lane. What it lap 63, and I think I told you they could go about 59 laps in their window. So that's going to get on up to about 122. We're at 110 right now. We may get to green flag pit stops, which we have not had yet tonight, folks. And that's really going to shake things up. Top three under a blanket. No one really gaining an advantage. They're kind of holding steady right now. 0.3 advantage between first and second. 89 still close in ever so much, ever so slightly rather. But we follow the NASCAR oh, 89 is there. NASCAR schedule. So NASCAR's racing here at Richmond this week. Hope you guys enjoy that as well. We follow the schedule because it's really a lot of fun for these drivers to put themselves basically in the shoes. Oh, 89 gets slick off the corner. Other real world competitors. See how they can stack up. Now, even with that slide, he is right there on the 31's rear bumper. Oh, 31 gets a lot of shape. This is the opportunity right here. 89 is going to go up underneath him. One's going to try to follow. He's got the spot. How slide jobs at 31. One machine is right there, looking to take advantage. As you see Trevor Robertson, he must have really burned his tires up. He slams the wall in the back. Doesn't go around or anything. Hopefully he didn't get any damage to his wheel, because that would just probably end his night. And this is 3 wide, or not 3 wide, but 3 trucks under a blanket for the lead. Maybe 3 wide in a second. One machine looking to get into 89. 89 is trying to defend between both those trucks. Holds on to it. And they got lap traffic coming into play right in front of them. 81, Jonathan Osborne is there.
Stay hot for the leaders. Hold them off, Kyle.
And Austin Fassett in the 30. Kyle Vaught's up there. He's staying high for the leaders. Heard him call that out on the radio. 81 kind of hits the wall there. One machine dives it into 3. Takes over second spot. Right behind Greg Goodenough. Dick Militia trying to fight back. Relegated to third place right now. Battle for the lead shaping up now between the 1 to 89.
Sorry, Jack.
31's trying to find. He's searching for a line to get some momentum or some grip. Right with him. He's not losing them so far. In fact, he is alongside the 1 now again. Still haven't went around that 30 machine. 89 just keeps sliding those tires off the corner. Don't know if that's going to catch up with him eventually. He's pretty much staying high to try and give these guys a line, but he's running his own race. Not crowding them. He's not fighting them. He's just running that line to the high side, hoping that he gives them enough room to be able to race past him. Now the 30 is used as a pick by the 1, basically, so that he can get around the 31 again. Outright 31 wiggles off the corner off of turn 4. They got Dave Mayberry he's fighting to stay on the lead lap, folks. Every truck that they catch is a battle because they don't want to go a lap down. It's hard to get back onto the lead lap. They're just giving them racing room. And one's able to get around him. So first and second around the 29. There's one truck in between second and third. We're at lap 120. Will we get 2 green flag pit stops? Tell me in the chat, do you think we're going to have around a green flag without a yellow?
bottom, Jacob.
Your communication going on between these drivers. Mayberry's telling Jacob Alicia to take the bottom. Give him respect to the leaders. One machine is looking for an opening here. And Craig good enough. Coming off of 4. Crossing the line to start lap 123, actually 122. P9 goes high. It's kind of a little bit of a diamond maybe. One's trying to wrap the bottom. Or he's out there saying she's being positive. We have green flag stops. Me too, but there's a battle for the lead. Almost touched there between the 1 and 89. 89 gets a wiggle coming out of 4. Really trying to get the power down.
It's a good save, though. I thought I had you cleared right.
And then he kind of just ships it into, looks like turn 1. That's going to allow Chris Goins, your new leader, but 89 is going to try to do the crossover here. Now does Goins have enough left to power by him on the outside? A little bit of clean air. They scrape the wall. He scrapes the wall. The 1 does. Still clear. Going to the bottom here into 1. Coming up on the 51 machine. Incredibly, Dylan Bryant, whatever happened with him, he's running in the 21st spot and now being lapped. He must be carrying some damage. Well, I also mentioned he didn't take tires either, so this run, he was expecting probably a caution before this point. As I mentioned, this place is like Jekyll and Hyde. It can be a lot of wrecks or it can run green, and right now it has a green flag look to it. One machine, Chris Goins out front. As I take a look quickly, we did have 5 cautions here tonight. And they were pretty quick, and most of them were towards the beginning of the race here. And we're starting to hear people on pit lane. You got Deion Jones on pit lane, Greg Dawson on pit lane.
Sorry, Andy.
Getting their service, just finishing up there for the 4. No, Dobson, he's been down. He's been there for a while. Trevor Robertson on his way down pit lane for service. So we are starting to see, there you go, Lori, green flag pit stops here at lap 127.
38 fit.
Jacob Alicia, 3rd place machine. Besides, he's coming down. Now, will that pull the rest of the leaders very quickly? John McAdam in the 47. Russ Kilgore. Gordon Spain right behind him in that 38. Leaders staying out right now. Around turns 3 and 4. Definitely not coming in right here. Greg good enough. Hit pit lane from 2nd. Jason Gaines from 3rd.
20th this time.
See Greg Dobson out there saying he is toast. Too much damage. Let's see what Greg is doing right now. We'll pull him up into the booth here. Hey, Greg Dobson's down in the booth. What do you got me?
I do, sir.
All right, want to hang in the booth here, do a little color commentary, maybe analysis.
We can try a little of that, sure.
Here, let me share the so you can see what I'm looking at. The live screen is to the right, and we're watching Chris Goins, your leader, hit pit lane now. Finally getting these green flag pit stops here tonight. You want to tell us what happened to you, Greg?
Oh, I just had a fresh set of tires, couple laps old. They hadn't had a lot of temperature come in yet. I gassed it up, and she went around on me. I did what I could to keep it out of everybody else's way and avoid the caution. I managed to do that, but unfortunately hit the wall and had too much damage, so she's toast.
Yeah, I wish that could show you on screen better. For whatever reason, there's a lag time between your audio and everybody's audio and on the screen when I'm showing onboard cameras. But anyway, man, I hate that for you, but I'm glad you're in here for see how this works out. Mike Adamson is now our leader for the moment. He went in at lap 73 along with Andrew Koth and Scott Milner in lap 74 for Brian Rose and Michael Brooks. So your top 5 are on about a 10-lap difference on strategy when it comes to fuel.
Yeah, that 10 laps can be important. Depends on how well guys are on long runs, really. Some guys are really great on fresh tires. Others are better on long runs. I like to think that my teammate Mike is one of those guys better in the long runs. That's why he's staying out and running all that he can out of it. I know some of these guys are, dipping in right at that 60-lap window to get them to the end. But at this point, I think everybody's hoping for a green flag cycle around.
Yeah, it looks like we're pretty much getting there. We did see Andrew Cawthon hit pit lane. He's on the same strategy as your leader, who stays out yet again, along with Milner. Rose right behind him, and Michael Brooks. These guys are really making the most out of their fuel mileage.
They absolutely are running it right out. There's Rose announcing that he's going in.
So is this one of your favorite tracks?
I was able to jump in for the practice race on Monday for the first time in a while. I had something come up at work and wasn't able to do my regular bowling thing that I have on Monday nights, but I managed to get out of work in time to get home, have a shower, and jump in the practice race. I had a pretty good run on Monday, finishing 8th in that one. And I was pleasantly surprised with my finish. It just sucks that unfortunately gassed it a little too much on some tires that hadn't really come in yet and ruined my night tonight. But it's all right. Still out for a good night of fun, doing some driving and watching people.
Awesome. As we do see Mike Adamson, your leader, come down pit lane for service. Scott Milner running around again. He came in the same time that Adamson did last time. Brooks came in a lap later, so I kind of expected the 74 to be able to stay out one extra lap, but I did not count on Scott Milner. Let's see if he's able to do it one more time.
Yeah, Brooks is still out. Kyle just went in.
Oh, here he comes now. And Brooks is going to follow him in. He probably had one more lap of fuel on his tank. That's going to cycle back and hand the lead back over to this man, the 31 machine, Jacob Alicia, who went in on lap 127, one lap earlier than your previous leader, which was Craig Goodenough. So that one lap difference was he was able to leapfrog the 89, and here the 89 is about 1.7 seconds back of your leader.
Guys are driving and having themselves great runs.
Yeah, I mean, Craig Goodenough came from the back. He's up 22 positions overall in the night. Yeah, suffered a penalty
he's a
coming in
very
for the night.
capable, talented driver and racing hard for sure.
All right. Heard Lori talking about somebody last warning for something. I don't know. I think maybe a second half of the race penalty, probably.
It was actually Austin saying that he had a hot mic.
Oh,
Something
okay.
in whatever he's saying is coming through somewhere that she's hearing. I don't hear anything. Don't know.
Must be. Maybe it's coming through Discord. So now that
she's in her own channel.
Yeah, so that doesn't make sense either. But we have made our way through the cycle here, folks. So let's take a look through the field. We're going to begin with your first place driver here, Jacob Alicia, holding down that top spot right at the moment. Nearly 1.75 second advantage over second place is this man, Craig Goodenough, out of Helper, Utah. Third place, Chris Gomes. Trevor Robertson, he's holding down fourth place. So all the usual suspects we've seen pretty much all night. Fifth, Jason Gaines. As I see Osvaldo jump into the chat there, pulling for the 16, Kyle Vaught. And Gordon Spain, he's running 6th. By the way, Osvaldo, Kyle is running in 23rd right now. We got John McAdam.
Part of the pack, about 6 cars there. They're racing hard.
Let's take a look off the back here. Yeah, they're coming up. We're going to see that as we go through. So that's 6 we're looking at. Gordon Spain, John McAdam here is running 7th. Russ Kilgore, 8th. Tony Benfield is 9th. Got Ronnie 10th. Mike Adamson 11th. George Rincon is 12th. Timmy McAdam running 13th. Dustin Eaton in 14th, rather. Andrew Cawthon, 15th. John Shanebacher, 16th. Deion Jones, 17th. Right there with him, Dylan Bryant looking to get around him underneath. He's running in 18th in that 51. And he does get around. Next up, Scott Milner in 19. He's running 20th. Got Dave Mayberry right behind him. Dave's holding down that 21st spot. Got an onboard camera for him. Looking pretty focused at the moment.
Oh no, Jacob Alessia just had a crash with Dustin Eaton. Looks like
Oh,
they're
no.
still rolling. But they
Jump
both
back up
got
here and
hit.
take a look. He's looking okay, but let's back it up and find out what happened here. That was just in the last lap. All right, so we got Dustin Eaton in the 14 right there. Oh, it's already happening here. There we go. So this is third place. I think it was first at the moment of the crash. This was your leader.
Yeah.
Yep, because you got 89 and Gomes right behind it. You see them in the back of the picture here. 31 gets in there. There's turn 3 and 4. Looks okay. Cracks out, but the 14's kind of coming alongside the 434 there.
Yeah, set it up. The 14 just looked like he held a little low.
Yep. A little lower than the 31
yeah.
expected.
Was trying to get around Kevin there, and unfortunately got together and held them both up a little bit there. Eaton got the worst of it, but they both lost some spots for sure.
Yep. Here we're at lap 151. Let's take a look and see what kind of damage maybe this 31 machine has. I'm going to go on board the roof cam here. He's going to kind of
Still
turn
rolling
around.
pretty good, a second or so behind the leader of good enough.
Yeah, I could use a
Not
Niles
looking
trying
too
to make a
bad.
pass on him.
You can see that he's got that left front damage, or right front damage rather. I don't know how bad that's going to hurt him. And that double met big red machine. He's dropping a little bit, but some of these other cars might have fresher tires than he does. He's still holding down third spot. Let's see where Trevor Robertson is. He's just now coming on the back stretch as the 31 is making his way through 3 and 4. The back up front, Craig Goodenough, is now your leader, having come up 23 spots after a penalty tonight to start the race. And he's got the ever-present Chris Gomes there in his hip pocket. Looking for an opportunity. Let's see if these guys got any delta on their laps. They do. Your one machine has 2 lap fresher tires there, Greg, than the 89.
Yeah, Gones in at 130, good enough 128. Jones is really putting the push on him right now. They were a couple lengths, but they're closing to a quarter of a truck or so and then stretching it out in the straightaways.
There's Valdo out there saying hello. Lori says hello to him. Tim, McAdam. We get a yellow 47 wins it. Okay, we get a yellow. Okay, we get a yellow is what he's saying. I had to read it again. If see 47 right now, he is in 7th. He's definitely been fast all night here. See what happens. Got Ralph out there saying first place guy is where I'm from, Indiana. He's out 2 hours from me. Yep. Well, now he's running to see the one machine making a play for first now. Chris Gomes going to take it. He had the advantage and saw the opportunity. He's taking over the top spot again. And 89 is going to look to go back on the inside. Trying to do the crossover, but I think the one's going to have it here with the fresher, a little bit fresher tires and momentum on the outside. And that's what happened. 89, little wiggle going into turns 1 and 2. And Alex Hand out there saying, let's go Mike Adams. And so Alex is pulling for the 88 machine. Let's see where he's running tonight. I know that Mike likes this track, Mike Adamson. And right now, he is in that 11th spot. So, there's your man, Alex. Holding down 11th. He's up 8 spots from where he began in 19th tonight. He's always good at this track. He's definitely moving in the right direction, and he's got his sights set on Scott Roney at the moment.
Yeah, my damage is messing me up.
Looks like he's closing in a little bit too. He has significantly fresher tires than this 023 machine. He dives into 3 and 4. Looks like he's probably going to have the 10th spot before they get to turn 1. Turns down track a little bit. Roney's going to fight back on the outside though. No pass is easy here, even on fresher tires.
Not. Yeah, got to take advantage of opportunities when they happen, and yeah, fresh tires are not everything if the other guy's just fast enough to take up the line.
And that's what's happening here. You see the 88's not able to track out to the wall, and that really does hurt your drive off the corner because you just can't get to the throttle as early as that other guy can. And it's a little harder on your tires too.
Certainly is. Gones has stretched out a little bit of lead over Good Enough, having completed that pass.
Yeah, getting nearly up to a second now. 88's not able to make this pass. I mentioned he has fresher tires, but good defense by Scott Roney around the defensive line, holding on to the outside. If Mike goes for the top lane, I doubt that 023, he's probably going to be ready for that.
Buckler got out of the way. He might have been able to use him as a pick.
Yep. Got Shane Buckler right now in that 12 machine. He's running in the 19th position, so he's a lot down to these guys.
That pass. Shane Buckler didn't hold him up too much. We'll see if Kevin Hunt comes into play here. Nope.
Nope. Trying to use some different camera shots here. He's still trying to run up on this with 023, but I think he's trying to plan out the strategy on how he's going to get around him now. It's a good run out of 2. Looking for a mistake out of the 023, but it's just not happening.
Yeah, he's just fast enough to hold him up. It's a great run for him.
Going to go on board here with the 023 machine. Looking off the rear deck. You're riding on board with Scott Roney, but you're watching Mike Adamson. Oh, he might have a run to the outside here. Not quite. Almost had his right rear, which probably would be ideal in this situation. A lot of focus there on Scott Roney's face.
Definitely a lot of focus. He brings so much intensity. He's been so close the couple of times that he's had second place finishes, and it sounds like he's celebrating a win. And a couple of times he thought he almost had it. But
Oh yeah, when he does finally win, that's going to actually bring, a little contact maybe between the 4 and the 88. When he does finally win, that's going to be a tremendous interview. I'm going to jump back up front. 18 laps to go, folks. This is getting down to the nitty-gritty. Been a really quick race, but Chris Gones there in the 1 machine is out to over a second advantage over Craig Goodenough. Let's see if they went on a lap 130. I think I mentioned, right? How many laps did I say they could go? I want to say it was
just under 60, about 55
just under, yep.
60, somewhere in that ballpark. Everybody should be good on fuel.
Good.
The guys that fit in the 20s might be close, but
and we should be okay. So these guys got what they got now, unless there's a caution. And some people out here are praying for it. But I tell you, at this point, Greg, if we have a caution, we're probably going to wreck it the rest of the way, wreck it out the rest of the way on restarts.
I would imagine absolutely they're going to drive their hearts out, bunching back up the field. It will be nuts. It'd be interesting if anybody's got any tires left, but I don't think they do. I think everybody's probably expelled them at this point. Yeah, the only thing I could say is that would give Jacob Alicia a chance again. He's been He's running in third place, but he's been mired by some lap traffic. It looks like he's just finally been able to get around some of those guys that were holding him up a little bit. He doesn't seem too much the worse for wear, but he has fallen about 6 seconds behind those first 2 leaders.
Yeah, you can see right here as I threw up the track map, the number 1 on your screen circled in the green with the green circle. That's the position we're looking at. That's Chris Gomes, your leader. Now, as I go back, I'm going to show you the delta between him and Craig Goodenough. Not very far. That number 2 is now circled with the green outline. That's second place, but look where Alicia is. He's over a straightaway back. 6.5 seconds aft of your leader, Chris Gomes. That's what Greg's talking about. 13 laps to go. So let's pay some bills real quick and talk about our sponsors. Tonight's broadcast proudly brought to you by Wade's Pressure Washing. Actually, I brought the wrong one up here, folks. Let me bring the right one up here. Wade's Pressure Washing, a family-owned Cincinnati stable keeping homes, patios, pool decks, and driveways looking their absolute best. If your place needs a fresh shine, Wade's has the equipment, the expertise, and the hometown care to make that happen. Get in touch with Dustin via the email on your screen. Then also, Trackside Graphics. If you're looking for top-tier design work or need a custom livery that turns heads on the track, reach out to Austin via the Trackside Graphics email on your screen. It'll get you fixed up and looking right for your next race. And then finally, GC Cruise Travel, your stress-free getaway to a great vacation. Whether you're dreaming of a cruise, an all-inclusive escape, or a once-in-a-lifetime adventure, GC Cruise Travel handles the planning, finds the best value, and takes care of every detail so you can simply relax and enjoy the journey. And we thank all of our sponsors for being here this season for both the Premiere and the Vanquish Series. We are live every Wednesday and Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, so make sure you don't miss out. Like and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Hit that notification bell. We also like to go sports car racing and mostly endurance. As we're 10 laps to go, we're watching your leader come out of turn 4 to make it 9 laps to go. He's up to a 1.4 advantage now over Goodenough.
Oh yeah, I'm not driving a piece of gold myself.
So 5 cautions here tonight, Greg. I was kind of surprised, I'll be honest with you. Thought there'd be more.
Yeah, for a 7/8 mile track or so that this is, it's expected. Sorry, 3/4 mile. Yeah, I expected a little bit more, but we got lucky and we had some green runs in. The field has stretched itself out, and that permitted some great racing to be able to watch. But it avoided the bunch ups that inevitably, cautions breed cautions. Unfortunately, guys get in a rhythm and they get their thing going. As soon as that rhythm is interrupted, that's unfortunately when stuff starts hitting the fan.
And we're watching Dave Mayberry in that Bumstead machine here in the 29. He just was in a battle with Deion Jones. This is for 19th, and he was able to prevail there. Looking for more action on the track here for you folks. As Adamson racing hard here. He finally got to that right rear corner of Scott Roney. Has not taken over the position outright though yet. This is for 10th, and Adamson desperately wants that spot. Like he may have it. Still going to stay high here. 023 just shoves it into turn 3. Not going to be enough. 88 comes off with the momentum. Five laps to go.
Trevor Robertson was dealing with some lap traffic of Andrew Koth, and he got around to him. He's got a few car lengths to grab Jason Gaines, who has some lap traffic. Well, actually, he's past the lap traffic, but he's got Jacob Alicia in front of him.
Yep, this is the battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th right here. Alicia in that 31, the 83 of Gaines, and Trevor Robertson in the 6th. Gordon Spain's a little further back. But this is for the last spot on the podium. 4 laps to go. You're not missing anything up front. Gomes is out to over a 2-second advantage. We're going to stick with this battle a little bit.
Control. He's just hitting his marks and doesn't want to make any mistakes. As long as he doesn't have any lap traffic holding him up, he'll be just fine.
Yeah, for sure.
Looks like he's got quite a ways there before he catches the 19, so I think he's going to be good here for the rest of this race. It's just Gaines and Alicia and Robertson. There's their tightest battle.
Yeah, they're sitting there. It's like they're searching. A little bit of a run here. That is Trevor Robertson. They come close together, 2 to go.
Stay high here.
And then it just kind of sees, yeah, he's struggling right now. That is Robertson. He's spinning the tires coming down the corner. Gaines might have a chance here, but I just don't know. He does have 1 lap fresher tires than Alicia. We saw Alicia get a little bit of damage too. You're still there, Greg. You're kind of cutting out. See if you come back. Last lap. Here's your leader over a 2.6 second advantage. Chris Gomes. He's going to walk home here for the win here at Richmond Raceway, folks. Really showed the way, up 8 spots from his starting spot. And there it is, checkered flag in the air for Mr. Chris Gomes, your winner here tonight at Richmond.
She had a lot of fun there in the middle of that race for sure. It was tight.
If he gets us some action here, some burnt rubber here at the start-finish line. Greg, good enough, brings it home second. Jacob Alicia was able to hold on to third even after that contact. Jason Gaines fourth, Trevor Robertson fifth, and we'll go through your full results here in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. We are going to talk to your winner, actually your podium finishers. Gomes, good enough, and Alicia.
Good job,
As soon as we get them up here.
Anybody want to buy a set of tires?
And if you're wondering what happened to my co-host, I think he's out of here. Greg, you still here?
Am I right?
No, we lost him. Yeah, let's see if we can get these other drivers up here. We're finding Chris Gomes right now.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You got any questions for him? Throw them in the chat. I'll try to see if I can take a look at them real quick.
Good comeback there, good enough. You were back there with me a lot of that race. Good comeback, man.
There he is.
Thanks, man.
Hey, Chris Gomes, it's down in the booth, buddy. You got me. Chris Gomes, out in the booth. You got me.
All right, drivers.
All right, folks. I think you can hear me, but nobody can hear me
Review. Grab yourself a sip of water, go to the washroom, whatever you got to do, and we'll be back here in a few.
in Discord. So we're going to try this again. Hey, Chris Gomes, it's down in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Yeah, buddy, I got you.
All right, there he is. You can keep burning it down if you want to, but that looks good, man. Up 8 spots to bring home the victory here tonight, man. How does it feel?
Oh, it's as good a feeling as ever. If you had circled Richmond on the schedule and said, hey, this is where you're going to get a win, I'd have laughed. I have never really been, I've been consistent here. I've never really been fast. And luckily for me, the thing ran green for the back half of the race, and we're able to save some tire, conserve it, and kind of pull away there at the end. And I'm thrilled to win this one because this was not on my list of ones to watch for.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, this win has vaulted you up to second place in the championship standings behind Dylan Bryant. So it's definitely heading in the right direction. Still got Albert Anderson hot on your heels, 4 points back. How are you feeling about the rest of the season as we're looking forward to New Hampshire next week?
You know, this half of the season, this season I was a little not concerned, but I wasn't as optimistic as I was at the last season because as we know, there are no road courses in this half of the season. So I definitely just want to stay consistent. I know we got a lot of fast guys out here. I mean, you saw the speed tonight with everybody involved, but just want to stay within shooting range of those guys in front of me in points and everything, and feel pretty good. It's a lot of unique tracks. Obviously New Hampshire next week. I think we got like Darlington later on and stuff like that. So a lot of tracks that maybe not a lot of people have a ton of experience on, including myself. So I'm just excited to get out there and kind of turn some laps and learn them a little bit better and see where we can come out.
Well, hey, man, you did a great job here tonight. You were right there with them the whole time. I mean, it was a battle between you, Craig Goodenough, and Jacob Alicia for the longest time, with some other, contenders in there, Gaines and Robertson. But you brought it home top step, and you were pulling away there at the end. So tremendous job. Before I let you go, do you have any shout-outs for teams, fans, or family?
Yeah, absolutely. Just want to shout out my teammates over here with Track Bar Motorsports. We've got Brian Rose, who got involved in an accident early. So unfortunately, he wasn't able to kind of recover from that fully. But John McAdam and Timmy McAdam, I know John scored a top 10 and Timmy is right there in the top 15. So good showing for these guys and for all of us. And appreciate them being in there with us. Yeah, just want to shout out Lori. Glad she's feeling. She may not be 100%, but she's getting there, and we appreciate her dedication to this and putting in the time. And then obviously over here at VRN, Alan, we just appreciate everything you do. I mean, it's top notch every week. Being able to go back and check these out. I want to shout out the league sponsors: Trackside Graphics, GC Cruise Lines, Wade's Pressure Washing, and then it wouldn't be complete without shouting out the dude wipes. So they work as hard as I was on the track tonight. So go check them out.
Yeah, was that the mint scheme tonight? I didn't get a closer look. What was your scheme tonight?
My scheme tonight. Well, it depends. Which truck are you seeing? Are you seeing a black one? Or are you
No,
seeing
I see the blue with the green accents.
Okay, yeah. So this is the odor destroyer. Sprinkled with citrus and sea salt. So. Go check those out. We got a different paint scheme coming up every week, so be sure to tune in next week to see what Dude Wipe product we've got next week.
Awesome, man. Well, great shouting out to all your sponsors. I look forward to seeing you on the track in New Hampshire, and congrats one more time.
Thank you, buddy.
Yep. All right, folks, that was your winner here tonight, and we're going to move one more step down the podium and talk to your second place finisher, Mr. Greg Goodenough. Let's see if I can find him right now. Hey, Craig, it's down in the booth, buddy. You got me.
I got you.
Hey, man, what a great run for you tonight. Having started with a penalty and coming from the rear the way you did, up 22 spots to bring home second place. So what a great job. Yeah. How does it feel, and what was the secret to get up front?
It wasn't too bad. I just kind of hung out the first run. Didn't really try to push past. I mean, it's 183 laps. And I knew we were going to have to stretch long on a set of tires, so I was like, I'll just do it the first run and hang out in the back. And then there was that big crash in the back stretch, and I went way on the inside and was able to pass like 15 trucks just in that before the yellow came out. So that helped me a ton. And then I just kind of rode around, and we got off cycle with the other leaders, and then the caution never came out, so we were sitting pretty good.
Oh, man, it was great to watch you. And maybe you did have some help with that one crash, but honestly, you were lights out fast tonight. Once you had some clear air, I thought you might have had a really good chance to win this. Did you need anything more? What would have made a difference for you to be able to take home the victory from Gones?
If I could figure out what Gones was doing to save the right front, that would have definitely helped tremendously. He kept a little more right front on the truck, which gave him a bunch more turn in center that I just didn't have. I could get off the corner good, but I couldn't turn center.
Well, hey, man, so two more things before I let you go. New Hampshire is next week. How do you feel about that track? Is that one of your favorites, et cetera? And do you have any shout-outs for teams, fans, or family?
Yeah, shout out to you guys for sure putting this on and everybody else watching. And then on to New Hampshire. I don't know if you remember last year, but I was the only one running the apron. So
I do remember that.
I love that racetrack, but sadly, I don't know if it's sad, but going to the Lake of the Ozarks for 2 weeks for vacation, so I won't be seeing you guys for 2 weeks.
Oh no! Well, let's flip the script.
Tracks.
Let's flip it then. You can't make it, which is unfortunate. But in the absence of you, who do you think's probably got the best shot at taking home the victory?
I would say Gones was good there last year. I think Gones is going to be a good candidate to get that one, and then. I don't know. I'm curious. I haven't seen Jacob there, so I'll be watching from the Ozarks, from the lake. So I want to see what Jacob's got at New Hampshire. I don't remember seeing him there last year.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, have a watch party and hit us up in the chat. We'll definitely enjoy that. But man, you were
okay.
Tremendous job tonight, man. And before you go, do you have anybody else you want to shout out?
No, that's it. Just everybody out watching, and thank you guys for putting this on. And yeah, it was a good run. I'm finally on the upside of the downside from last season, so we're doing good.
All right, awesome. So you're out for 2 weeks, you said, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're looking forward to seeing you get back, but until then, we look forward to seeing you in the chat.
Okay, sounds good. We'll see you then.
Good night, man. All right, there was your second place finisher. And then finally, we're going to jump down and talk to Mr. Jacob Alicia in that 31 machine, who we saw get into a little bit of a scrape with the 14. Hey, Jacob, it's Alan in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Hey, Alan, I gotcha.
Hey, man, running great all night, qualified third, finished third. I thought you had a really good shot to win this race. You were leading at the time you had that little that action with the 14. I want to say maybe the 74 was to the far outside. Did you know you were 3 wide at that moment? What could have been done to maybe avoid that? And did you have a lot of damage?
I had some pretty significant nose damage from that. I didn't get a call that we were 3 wide until I was already up into the 14. I think the 14 decided that we were going to race to keep him off the lead lap, and he decided to make it 3 wide when he never had a bumper clear of the rear bumper of the car ahead, and decided that the leader needs to be pinched down coming out of 4. So we got together. It's real rough. I think next time the guys that are lap down recognize that need to recognize that letting the leader go is usually faster for you overall.
So did you think, in retrospect, do you think you had what you needed to win this race if it weren't for that incident?
It was going to be close. I think I wasn't the quickest car out there, but I was making the right decisions strategy-wise to keep my track position, and I was staying nice and consistent to make it really difficult to pass. It was really hard to pass if you were racing guys on similar pace. So you basically need a little bit of luck to always win, but I feel like I was in that position where if the luck fell my way, I could have won it.
Yeah, you certainly were there all night long, man. I mean, it was a great race for you. Would love to have seen you, the 89 and the 1, just mixing it up to the very last lap stripe there. That would have been great, but still a great run for you. How are you feeling as we run out to New Hampshire next? And do you have any shout outs for teams, fans, or family?
I'm just surprised how many short tracks, not in a row, but like I think all but Indianapolis so far has been short tracks, and we're going to another shorter track. So we'll see how that goes. I've never really been so great at New Hampshire, so I'll just try to keep myself clean, I guess, and maybe shoot for a top 10 at best, and maybe let some other guys have the spotlight.
To Craig good enough, he's super lights out faster, but he just told me he's not going to be here the next 2 weeks, and I asked him, okay, then in that case, who you like for the win? He actually threw your name out there along with Chris Goins. He said he thinks that you're going to figure that out pretty quick.
Well, maybe I'll ask him to pick another.
But anyway, man, great job. Look forward to seeing you in New Hampshire and what you can do. Did you have any other shout outs before we let you go?
Shout out to the little snake supporter group that's been growing in my little Discord. These guys have been just really enjoyed cheering me on in the stream. So hats off to those guys. Can't wait to come talk with you guys after the race.
All right, buddy. Well, congrats again. We'll see you in New Hampshire next week.
All right, see you then.
Bye. All right, folks, that was your third place finisher, Mr. Jacob Alicia. We're going to jump back over here to the main, and we're going to go through the results here for you tonight. Top step of the podium, Chris Goins, Craig Goodenough second, Jacob Alicia third, Jason Gaines brings it home fourth, Trevor Robertson fifth, Gordon Spain sixth, John McAdams seventh, Russ Kilgore eighth, Tony Benfield 9th, Mike Adamson 10th, Scott Roney 11th, George Rincon brings it home 12th, 13th position, Andrew Cawthon, Timmy McAdam in 14th, Dustin Eaton 15th, Dylan Bryant 16th, Brian Rose 17th, Scott Milner 18th, in the 19th position, Dave Mayberry, Deion Jones 20th, Michael Brooks 21st, 22nd, John Shanebuckler, Kyle Vaught 23rd, Jonathan Osborne 24th, Kevin Hunt in 25th, Andy Player 26th, Austin Fassett 27th, Jack Dixon 28th, 29th, Greg Dobson, Greg Klein in 30th, and rounding out your 31 truck field, John Gallagher. Actually, I don't know if John got off the starting line. Yeah, he was in there a little bit. I did see that. Down 149 laps there. And that is your results here for Richmond Raceway, folks. As I mentioned, we are headed out next week to New Hampshire. But before we go right now, I do want to do some more housekeeping on the way out the door and shout out our sponsors one more time. The broadcast proudly brought to you by Trackside Graphics. As I mentioned previously, if you're looking for top tier design work and need a custom livery, get in touch with Austin at the Trackside graphics on your screen. We are also powered by Wade's Pressure Washing, a family-owned Cincinnati staple, keeping homes, patios, pool decks, and driveways looking their absolute best. If your place needs a fresh shine, Wade's has the equipment, the expertise, and the hometown care to make it happen. And you can see their contact information here on the screen. And then finally, GC Cruise Travel, your stress-free getaway to a great vacation. Whether you're dreaming of a cruise, an all-inclusive escape, or a once-in-a-lifetime adventure, GC Cruise Travel handles the planning, finds the best value, and takes care of every detail so you can simply relax and enjoy the journey. Finally, as I'm wrapping up tonight's coverage, I want to give one last shout out to my wife, Lori. She keeps this league organized, keeps me grounded, and somehow still cheers all of us on every week. This is her baby, and you are the real superstar of the show, babe, and we love you. And with that, folks, round 5 is officially in the books. Now we move on to New Hampshire for round 6. Be sure to tune in next week on Wednesday, 19 August at 8:50 Eastern, so you don't miss out on any of the racing action or the pre-race show. But until then, race fans, thank you for tuning in. But remember, stay sharp, stay fast, and above all else, stay vigilante, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
This ain't your mama's racing stream.